Yo, check the frequency. It's the same song on a different day. Listen. Watching the sun rise over the bridge, saw a kid mirroring my father's walk. 12 floors up and the view never changes, just different names on the same headstones. The train screams like a trapped spirit, metal on metal, grinding through the borough. I see the cycle in the corner store, another generation trading life for paper. The pavement holds onto the cold longer now. We built these towers just to stay grounded. Inherited burdens passed down like heavy coat. Taught us how to breathe underwater. Nobody taught us how to breathe underwater. So we just hold our breath and dive into the deep end of the sidewalk struggle. Every move felt like a predicted step in a dance choreographed by the precinct.
Getting out just the same loop,
spinning round until the needle breaks.
Changing the names but the face stays.
Caught in the weight of the heavy air,
trying to find out my way out.
But the exit sign is always burnt out. The precinct lights cut through the dark, blue and red painting the hallway walls. I feel the eyes from the unmarked sedan, waiting for the rhythm to miss a bit. They want us to stay in the box, counting our worth and stay in the box. Counting our worth in small plastic bags. My mentor told me the street is greedy. It takes a youth, then ask for more. I saw a mural fading in the rain, a face I used to share a meal with. Now he's a memory under layers of paint. The same spot where he used to stand is where his nephew stands right now. Is where his nephew stands right now, selling the same medicine for the same pain. The geography of this place is a trap, a map drawn in the dirt by ancestors.
Getting out just the same loop,
spinning round until the needle breaks.
Changing the names but the face stays.
Caught in the weight of the heavy air,
trying to find out my way out.
But the exit sign is always burnt out. It's all recursion. The math adds up to the same zero. Watch your step. The cycle continues. Stay awake. Keep your eyes open. You know, from the 12th floor, everything looks tiny. The people, the problems, the promises. But once you step out that lobby door, the air gets real thin, real fast. Especially when the person next to you is holding their breath. Watch your back. Staring through the cracked glass of the project window. The Manhattan skyline is a velvet painting I can't afford. The elevator's been dead since the winter started, so we climb these stairs like it's a ladder to a better life. I noticed the way you shifted your weight when the money touched the floor. Your loyalty started looking like a counterfeit bill. Thin and easy to see through when held up to the light. I'm quiet with the business like a library basement. While you're out here, same bread, same salt, same struggles. Now you're trying to carve a piece out of my back. I see the snake skin peeling off your designer jacket. The air in the stairwell feels heavy with what you didn't say. I'm calculated like a math teacher with a grudge. Isolation isn't a lonely thing, it's a safety vest. I keep my circle tight like a new pair of boots before the laces get pulled and everything trips up. The price of a soul is at an all-time low. The snow falls on a penthouse and the pavement the same. Watch the way they move when the lights go down. Betrayal's a cold wind that doesn't respect your coat. 1 minute brother, next minute a ghost. The retribution comes swifter than a New York minute. No noise, just the silence of the aftermath. You played the game but forgot the rules of the house. I don't get loud, I just get even. The response is professional like a tailored suit. I saw you in the back of the bodega looking nervous, checking the door like it owed you an explanation. The kingpin doesn't like loose threads in the tapestry, and I'm the one with the shears ready to trim the fat. I'm detached like a disconnected cable. Watching you the climb was over once you reached the top floor. But the fall is a lot longer when you push me first. My heart is a block of ice and a glass of expensive scotch. Sipping on the victory while you're tasting the dirt. The code isn't written in books, it's written in the scars. You tried to read between the lines and got lost in the margins. I'm moving through the borough like a silent wind, leaving nothing behind but the memory of your mistake. The hustle continues just with one less seat at the table. Yeah, swift and certain. Don't look surprised. You knew the interest rate on a lie was this high. It's a long way down from the 12th floor. Bought a parachute, one less seat, one less problem. One, two, yeah. Yeah, it is the chronology. Baggy denim dragging, scanning for a payment, hand-me-down fatigue, brothers past arrangements, satchel full of algebra, looking for the basement, escape routes through the iron, fire escape replacement, dusting off the shelf for siblings, heavy legacies, teacher talking numbers, I am weighing the lead, comparing the grades to the price of the bread, chalkboard screeches while the sidewalk preaches, lessons that the principal never quite reaches, small frame hiding in a coat too wide, looking for the exit, avoiding the snare, breath turning cold in the winter air. Oversized heart in a set-down shell, trying to find heaven in a cinder cell. The fabric hangs heavy, dragging on the street, trying to stay steady on my own feet. Trying to stay steady on my own feet. Yeah, on my own feet. Yeah. I see the apex, predators on the stairwell, glisten accessories, ring of a funeral bell. They offer gold chains while school offers debt, a predatory gamble, a dangerous bet. My brother's initials are inked in the collar, a ghost in the lining, chasing the dollar. Scholar of the gutter, reading every crack while the subway rumbles on the rusted track. Cramped in a booth, trying to find fine reach, stitching up the seams of a tattered name. Playing for the grade, playing for the game. Heavy wool scratching like a hempen rope. Oversized heart in a set-down shell, trying to find heaven in a cinder cell. The fabric hangs heavy, dragging on the street, trying to stay steady on my own feet. Trying to stay steady on my own feet. Yeah, on my own feet. Yeah. The hallway is dark, the heater is dead. Thinking about the words that the counselor said, but the counselor never wore a jacket this thin, or felt the cold air biting at the skin. I walk past the gym, past the locked gate, knowing that the street is willing to wait. Shoes to fill. The fit ain't right yet. Hand-me-downs. Check the tailoring. Yeah.
Dusty vinyl crackle, a sharp echoing snare hit. Low, pulsing upright bass loop enters.
Wool collar high against the biting winter gale. Iron sky weeping slush on the pavement stones. Mercury plummeting, marrow freezing in the brickwork. Every Sadon is a predator in the gray. Index finger twitching inside the denim pocket. Leading way to karma pressed against my chest. Ancient wisdom says keep the head low. Babylon eyes searching for a crack in the armor. Breath turns to smoke in the November chill. Navigating the labyrinth of the project walkways. Every silhouette is a threat in the periphery. A threat. Survival is the only scripture I carry now. Movement in the dark, breath like mist, hand in the fist, eye on the prize. Keep it moving. The commerce of the ghost and the silver. Slide through the door, the bell rings sharp. Scent of salami and sawdust in the temple. The man behind the counter offers a heavy stare. He points the way past the Isle of Salt, in the back where the lights stay dim. A mountain of a man waits for the cargo. No words needed, just the rustle of brown bags. Paper sounds like dry leaves in a storm. Metal clinking on the table like a gavel. The cars. The currency of respect is paid in silence. Hand to hand, the weight shifts its master. A quick nod, the silent pact is sealed. Power shifting in the stillness of the room. Transaction finished back into the freezing night.
Movement in the dark, breath like mist. Hand in the fist, eye on the prize.
Keep it moving.
The commerce of the ghost and the silver.
Jazz trumpet fades in, muffled and melancholic. First blood on the ledger, first blood. The beast is still watching the street. Still watching. Keep the head low.
You see those birds? They don't fly for nothing. They're waiting, just like us. You gotta learn when to dive and when to stay on the wire. Pay attention.
The elder sat on a weathered milk crate, slicing garlic into translucent slivers with a razor. Navy wool peak coat, smelling of salt air and gunpowder. He told me the pavement has ears. Don't let your jewelry clank against the steel. Silence is a currency more stable than the dollar. We watch the block from the third floor, sipping dark tea from chipped porcelain. The vultures don't circle the living. They wait for the slip up, the loose slip. The wallabies grip the gravel as we moved. Heavy sway protecting the ankles from the cold. Keep the stash behind the loose brick. Never count the paper in the open sunlight. The neighborhood is a stomach that's always growling. Street Jupiterist written in red ink.
Palm circle tightly, eyes wide like a hawk in the winter. Womb spoken, the code is etched in the marrow. Palms aching, put on pencil.
The bistro smelled of fried calamari and lemon. The boss adjusted his silk tie with steady hands. Loyalty isn't a feeling, it's a tax. You pay it every day you wake up breathing. I saw the betrayal in his squinted gaze. A predator recognizes on reflection of glass. He handed recognizes on reflection in the glass. He handed me the envelope heavy with debt. The leather of the steering wheel felt like skin. Driving through the gray slush of the borough. Situating no awareness, he called it. Check the rear view for the same set of headlights. If the vulture stops circling, you're the mill. Cruise tracings on the plate, ice in the veins. The street education is a funeral with no casket. Just a cold wind and the collectors.
Circle tightly, eyes wide like a hawk in the winter. Spoken, the code is etched in the marrow.
Keep your mouth shut, your eyes open, and your hands clean, even when your blood is hot. The circle.
Flame dances and under the heavy Pyrex bowl. White mountains turn to oil in the heat. Precision is the only law I recognize now. Tucking my hair back while the steam rises. Triple beam balance on a steady wooden table. No room for error when the stakes are high. Surgical with the blade, cutting every brick. I don't see numbers, I see sovereign territory. Everything I touch turns to heavy weight. From the project stairs to the leather driver's seat. The air smells like chemical, ice and ambition. I am the architect of my own fortune. Packs lined up like soldiers in a row, waiting for the signal to storm the block. I move in silence like a shark in dark water. The crown is heavy, but it fits me perfect. This is the gospel of the gram scale. Measure it, counting blessings in the palm of my hand. Control is a drug, and I'm the main supplier. Dominating in the chaos, 1 ounce at a time. Rubber band snapping against the thick stacks. The sound of progress hitting the floorboards. Benjamin's blue as the Atlantic in winter. I keep my circle tight and my eyes open. No time for loyalty that comes with the price tag. My crew stays solid while rivals evaporate. I wear the fur coat like a suit of armor. Walking through the mud without a single stain. Walking through the mud without a single stain. Bagging up the dream in 2 by 2 squares. Distribution networks running like a clock. I never asked for permission to take what's mine. The city is a grid and I own the mammoth. Boiling point reached, now we take the profit. Every transaction is a bloodless victory. I turn the struggle into a masterpiece. This is the gospel of the gram scale. Measure it, counting blessings in the palm of my hand. Control is a drug and I'm the main supplier. Dominating in the chaos, 1 ounce at a time. Masters at a time. Master of the movement. They want the crown but can't handle the weight. Sitting on a throne made of grit and glass. I see the envy in their eyes clear as a fresh diamond. The block is a classroom and under street lamps. I don't fear to fall because I know how to climb. Power is a fleeting thing if you don't hold it tight. Squeezing the world in what I want, it tells the whole truth. I'm the queen of the count, the boss of the lab. Building an empire on the foundation of work. The street is my cathedral, the hustle my prayer. I am the only God in this co-building. The gospel is written in ink and white powder. And I'm the one holding the golden pen. Count it up, dancing on. Every gram, every dollar. Mastery is a ritual. Mastery is a ritual.
Yeah. It's that time. Hate your envy, zip the leather. My business. Unzip the dead stock plastic, smell the fresh hide. No more hammer down rags, I'm the sensei inside, stacking that gotta. Watching the curriculum flip, from the curb to the leather in a luxury whip. Used to share up to the leather in a luxury whip. Now the yellow lamb Parker in the freezing slush. Now the yellow links hanging, making rivals hush. I'm the OG student who mastered the soil, keeping my spirit cool while the pot start to boil. This jacket weighs a brick, I'm botchery on the wing. Teaching you how to win and make the profit sting. Teaching you how to win and make the profit sting. I'm preparing your spirit, I own the master tape. No major label Vulture helping me escape. Just me and the hustle, independent and grown. Sitting on a throne of calfskin, strictly on my own.
Avirex season.
Heavy leather when the wind start blowing.
Avirex season.
Watch the way the neighborhood eyes keep growing.
Avirex season.
Cold world, but the pockets stay heat.
Avirex season.
Mobbing through the slush on a New York street. I see the sideways glances from the project gate. Envy is a poison from the project gate. Envy is a poison that the squares create. They remember the holes in my brother's shoes. Now I'm the veteran source, I don't ever lose. Handle the jealousy with a detached frame. If they ain't talking money, then we ain't the same. Keep your circle tight like a Tron stock waist. Keep your circle tight like a Tron stock waist. Luxury is a dish with a strictly private taste. Don't let them see the blueprint or the safe key. Stay unbothered while they try to trace me. I'm moving like a ghost in a photo frame, turning every winner loss into a mogul name. Bread and greens on the table, no more famine days. Just a cold wind blowing through the purple haze.
Avirex season.
Heavy leather when the wind start blowing.
Avirex season.
Watch the way the neighborhood eyes keep growing.
Avirex season.
Cold world, but the pockets stay heat.
Avirex season.
Mobbing through the slush on a New York street. Lexus GS gleaming every time I let it rip. Timberlands crunching on the frozen gray ground. In extractional flow, learn the way of the king. It's more than just a shine on a pinky ring. It's the longevity, kids. Staying rappers start to fade. Keep your high thick and your vision on the prize. Don't let the salt from the streets burn your eyes. Avirex drape, I'm never ever late. The game is the teacher, I'm the star pupil now. Stepping out the Lexus, watch them all bow. Stay warm. My mentality, independent wealth. The season never ends.
Pass that red wine over here, God.
Keep your posture straight, look the part. This veal is cold, but the block is hot.
Way too hot.
We took the north side too fast. The precinct is sketching portraits in the dark. They aren't looking for packs anymore. They are looking for the head of the street.
The source.
I saw a sedan on the corner of Mercy. Two suits, no expression, just watching the frequency. It is a bloodline debt we are carrying. One mistake and the lineage ends right here.
Right here at the table.
The feds don't want the pawns. They want the king to manifest a slip up.
Don't look toward the door.
Keep your eyes on the plate.
Eyes on the prize.
If we lose the heights, we lose the foundation. The city is a living beast, it smells fear. And right now, you look like a meal. Eat your food, stay focused.
Stay sharp.
Tomorrow we move the weight to the warehouse. No witnesses, no paper, just a vision. If you fold, I cannot catch you. The weight of the system is too heavy.
Too heavy for us both.
Check, please. Walk out slow, don't look back. The city is a living beast. Stay sharp, stay sharp.
Pass that red wine over here, God.
Pass that red wine over here, God. Keep your posture straight, look the part. This veal is cold, but the block is hot.
Way too hot.
We took the north side out too fast. The precinct is sketching portraits in the dark. They aren't looking for packs anymore. They are looking for the head of the stream.
The source.
I saw a sedan on the corner of Marcy. Two suits, no expression, just watching the frequency.
You think this is just a game of territory?
It is a bloodline debt we are carrying. One mistake and the lineage ends right here.
Right here at the table.
The feds don't want the pawns, they want the king to manifest a slip up. Don't look toward the door. Keep your eyes on the plate.
Eyes on the prize.
If we lose the heights, we lose the foundation. The city is a living beast, it smells fear. And right now you look like a meal. Eat your food, stay focused. Stay sharp. Tomorrow we move the weight to the warehouse. No witnesses, no paper, just a vision. If you fold, I cannot catch you. The weight of the system is too heavy. Too heavy for us both. Check, please. Walk out slow, don't look back. Walk out slow, don't look back. Yeah, should thank the perimeter. The king is home. Get back. Move. Standing on the metal drain, looking up at the red bricks. I own every floor in this tower, but the elevator stays broken. Blood on my boots, heavy chain. Started with a nickel, bag and grit. Now the whole block stays silent when I walk across the yard. He's walking! Bullet holes in the mailbox, letters from brothers in the cage. The sun hits the asphalt hard, and I am the one who feeds them. Feed them! The crown is made of cold lead. King of the courtyard, the crown is heavy. Marble floors in the knee slum, isolated. Blood on the pavement, pay the price. The Iron Throne is a park bench, king of the yard. Polished stone in the kitchen now. The sink still leaks though, reflecting a face I don't know. Who you looking at? Lost my best friend to a stray. Rest in peace. Now I eat steak alone in the dark. Coldplay, guards at the door with the crow. Paranoia is a royal trait. Paranoia is a royal trait, watch your back. I traded my soul for the block. Was it worth it? Staring at the stain on the tiles. That's your legacy. Ow! King of the courtyard, the crown is heavy. Marble floors in the knee slum, isolated. Blood on the pavement, pay the price. The Iron Throne is a park bench, king of the yard. No one dares to look up when the king steps outside. Just the wind through the chain link and the sirens in the distance. I won the war, but I'm trapped. The walls are closing it tight. Surrounded by 1,000 subjects, but I haven't heard a human voice in years. In years? The crown is crushing me. Heavy is the head. Get off my block. Shut the gate. Shut it. Checkmate. Yes, Yağmur sesi, asfalt üzerinde hızlı adımlar. Geldiler. Sert ve karanlık boom bap davul girişi. Köşedeki siyah araç yine orada duruyor. Gazete okuyan herif aslında beni kolluyor. 96 kışı, rüzgar bıçak gibi keskin. Neden her köşe başında bir tip var böyle gergin? Band kayıtları dönüyor, makara sarmış başa. Basmam lazım artık bu kirli taşa. Kimin için çalışıyor bu takım elbiseliler? Kimin için çalışıyor bu takım elbiseliler? Göz ucuyla baksam bile hemen gizlenirler. Ensemde bir ürperti, soğuk namlı hissi. Şehrin üstüne çökmüş bu kuşatmanın isi. Adımlarım askeri, ritim tutar kalbimle. Kiminle konuşsam bir dinleyici var harfimde. Paketi sakla, rotayı değiştir, izini kaybet. Bu sokaklarda sağ kalmak büyük bir meziyet. Mevzu sadece para değil, mevzu hürriyet. Bizi bitirmek istiyorlar, bu nasıl bir niyet? Ses çıkarma, bizi dinliyorlar. Bizi dinliyorlar. Kayıt alıyorlar. Kayıt alıyorlar. Kayıt alıyorlar. Duvar talıyorlar. Duvardaki kulaklardan kaçamazsın asla. Hangi frekans bu? Kulaklarımda uğultu. Mahallemde yabancılar, buralarda yok sükun. Timberland botlarımı bağladım sıkıca. Kaçmak yok, savaşacağız bu oyun bitinceye dek. Federal plakalar, her sokak çıkmaz sokak. Sanki bir labirent, her yerimiz olmuş tuzak. Dosyamı açmışlar, ismimin üstü kırmızı. İçimizdeki hain kim? Kim bu sinsi hırsız? Gözetleme kulesi sanki her yüksek bina. Bize huzur yok, her anımız bir sınav. Şüphe bir hastalık zihnimi kemiriyor. Dostum dediğim adam bile garip bakıyor. Kayıt dışı kalsın her kelam, her bir hece. Operasyon başlayacak yine bu gece. Sessiz ol, ışığı söndür, perdeleri çek. Görünmez güçlere karşı tek başınasın, tek. Ses çıkarma, bizi duyuyorlar. Bizi dinliyorlar. Görüyorlar. Kayıt alıyorlar. Sessiz ol. Kayıt alıyorlar. Kayıt alıyorlar. Duvar talıyorlar. Duvardaki kulaklardan kaçamazsın asla. Kapat her şeyi. Bizi izliyorlar dedim sana. Her yerdeler.
Dusty vinyl crackle, low pass filtered jazz piano loops starts. Heavy kick and crisp snare enter at 89 BPM. Check the frequency. Elevation is a choice. Peace to the gods, watch the snakes in the grass. The bell on the door chimes like a warning. Stale air hits the back of my throat. You're staring hard at the lottery display. Avoidance is a loud confession. Your palms are damp against the glass counter. Smell of nervous sweat and cheap cologne. I'm reading the energy in the room. Calculated movements like a chess grandmaster. You keep glancing toward the back exit, looking for a ghost that hasn't arrived. I thought we were built on solid stone. Now I see the hairline fractures widening. 30 pieces of silver in your pocket, jingling like a death rattle in the wind. The deli slicer hums a funeral march. I'm just here to observe the collapse. Betrayal's got us in vocal scratches. The price of loyalty, backstabbers. Loose change on the line of Liam. It's cold in the summer. Silver coins and broken promises. A K0 shared with the serpent. The OZ on the scale feels heavy, just like the weight of your silence. You won't look me in the iris, looking at the floor, tiles instead. Scuff boots and a soul to match. I remember when we shared the same loaf. Now you're counting the exit strategy. Calculated risk versus the ultimate cost. The sage knows when the garden is toxic. I see the mark on your forehead. No need for shouts or high drama. The intellect is sharper than any blade. Constructing a wall where a bridge stood. The architect recognized a faulty foundation. Keep the change on the counter. I'm walking out with my spirit intact. Betrayal's got us in vocal scratches. Antidepressants, watch your back, waters babblers. Loose change on the line of Liam. It's cold in the summertime. Silver coins and broken promises. A K0 shared with a serpent. Silver coins and broken promises. A K0 shared with a serpent. Baseline solo for 4 bars. The transaction is complete. Peace to the righteous. Stay elevated. Piano fades into vinyl static. Keep your eyes open. Eyes open. Yeah. They coming? Yeah. Stained bills scattered across the worn floorboards. Counting my blessings while sharpening the swords. Precision in the silence, kerosene lamp burning low. Waiting for the weight of the hammer to blow. Sudden crack of timber, mahogany door splinters wide. Nowhere for a seasoned king to run a hide. $1,000 leather scuffed against the gritty wall. First person witness to the pride and the fall. Black vest charging through the acrid haze. Lost inside the rhythm of these wicked days. Discard the heavy piece, let it hit the rug. Avoid the cold embrace of the lead slug. Heavy boots thundering up the back flight. Tension cutting through the middle of the night. Breath held tight like a trigger on a chrome. Defending every inch of this hollow home. Blue lights dancing on the wet asphalt. Everything grinding to a sudden screeching halt. Silver cups swinging in the officer's hand. Trying to survive across this jagged land. Blue lights. Silver cups. Blue lights reflecting in the midnight rain. Numbing all the pressure and the sudden pain. Acrobatic tumble through the shattered glass pane. Wrong way they washing off the dirt and the stain. Shoulder graze the brick, taste the copper on tongue. The anthem of the desperate is finally sung. Metallic tang of blood mixing with the smoke. Every gasping breath feels like a cruel joke. Adrenaline surging, lungs burning like fire. Escaping the grip of the electric wire. Siren wail screaming from the corner of the block. Time moving fast on the ticking street clock. Puddles splashing under my designer soles. Chasing after ghosts in the broken goals. Slide through the alley where the iron gate rusts. In the Lord of the Desert Eagle, I trust. Close call lingering like the scent of the powder. The city screams loud, but my heart beats louder. Blue lights dancing on the wet asphalt. Everything grinding to a sudden screeching halt. Silver cups swinging in the officer's hand. Trying to survive across this jagged land. Blue lights. Silver cups. Blue lights reflecting in the midnight rain. Numbing all the pressure and the sudden pain. Yeah. 13 tracks deep. Still breathing. Still running. Keep the cuffs open. Not today.
Sample, you think you know a man, you don't know nothing.
I navigate the limestone graveyard, stepping over the rusted iron teeth. The air is thick with wet soup. My eyes trace the jagged charcoal script, a lexicon of treason on the red brick. He used the old cipher, the street shorthand. The V with the cross hatch means a buyer. The O with the slash means a buyer's a liar. My pulse stays flat like a deadline. I read his signature in the messy spray. It's a clinical autopsy of a brotherhood.
The script don't stutter, the message is blunt. The man I call brother is the hunter.
The walls hold the weight of the silence. The circle breaks where the paint bleeds.
I remember the night he missed the pickup. Claimed he was stuck at the bridge, but the wall says he was in a precinct chair, selling out the stash in the transport. I see my name stashed in the transport. I see my name circled in yellow, the target of a federal harvest. I taught him the game, gave him the jewels. Now he's the architect of the collapse. The betrayal is a cold coat of lead. I don't yell, I don't vent the pressure. I just absorb the frequency of the failure. At the scar on times of the failure. My silk scarf feels heavy against the throat. I leave the ruin as a ghost, knowing exactly who needs to vanish. It's cold out here. Mist rises off the river, cold and stagnant. My empire shattered, every piece a jagged fragment. Federal warrants and the kick of a heavy boot. My wool overcoat is getting heavy from the soap. Visualizing the kingdom before it turned to smoke. Visualizing the kingdom before it turned to smoke. Blue light still burned into my tired eyes. Watching the parabam shift under gray skies. I stood on the corner like a scholar of the curve. Now the silence is the only thing I've heard. The precinct was a cathedral of cold stone. A king without a court, standing here alone.
Wash it all away.
Brooklyn is weeping for the sins of the crown. The empire is slipping under the gray water. Treason is the only thing we ever truly offer. I taught him the geometry of the drug trade. Now he is the reason the whole foundation is frayed. Signed a statement in a room with no wind fade. Signed a statement in a room with no window. Watching the loyalty burn out like a candle. Luxury is a burden when the walls are closing in. Polishing the surface to hide the rot within. I sipped expensive vintage in the project hall. Now I am waiting for the final curtain to fall. The East River looks like liquid iron today. Swallowing the secrets that I never could say. My brothers turn to ghosts or turn to state files. Losing my religion across these jagged miles.
Wash it all away.
Brooklyn is weeping for the sins of the crown. The empire is slipping under the gray water. Treason is the only thing we ever truly offer. I find resilience in the rhythm of the rain. A strange comfort in the caves of the pain. A story of a man whose soul was never sold. I see the skyline through the mist and the spray. Another version of me died in the raid today. The streets are empty, the code is long gone. Walking through the wreckage until the break of dawn. Finding my feet on this cold, wet earth. The water cleans the blood off the cobblestones. Building a new temple from these old bones. The din is over now. Let it all wash away.
Statue
Delayed atmosphere cooling on the dark spaz pelt. Ghost is motionless while sirens approach our radius. Our techno reliance shattered by a singular projectile. I observe the structural collapse of a legend. No words exchanged as the spirit prepares the vessel. Just a metallic click of a fire pin hitting air. The mathematics of the street are brutally exact. Zero survivors in the logic of this conflict. I remain a sole architect of the scepter of grief. The whack perpetrators dissolved into the city vapor, leaving only the residue of a broken brotherhood. Manifest the sorrow through the supreme vocal technique. Every breath is a reminder of the value left. The pavement feels colder than the winter solstice. A crown of thorns for the survivor, standing alone. The chamber is void and the metal is cold. Heavy silence replaced the verses we once shared. The pavement holds the weight of a fallen king. The sirens are the only D remaining tonight. The sirens are the only melody remaining tonight. I navigate the aftermath with a stoic calculation, analyzing the trajectory that claim my superior partner. The microphones in the studio are gathering dust now. One voice remains where two used to dominate. The rhythm of the city feels out of sync. A syncopation of loss beating against my chest. The industry is a predator fest feeding on our trauma, but I refuse to dictate a path of high endurance. Even when the foundation wears cracked and splintered, I carry the torch through this unlit corridor, remembering the precision of our dual vocal maneuvers. The whack enemy celebrate a temporary tactical victory, but my longevity is guaranteed by mental discipline. I am the witness to the final discharge. The last verse is a monument to Ghost. Clips. Yeah. Yeah. Upstate, 1-7. Yeah. The envelope arrived with a jagged corner. State stamp bleeding purple ink on the paper. Your handwriting is smaller than it used to be. Cramped like the bunk you call a bed now. I read it standing by the radiator. Steam hissing like a snake in the corner. You mentioned the smell of the laundry room. Bleach and damp wool and industrial soap. I felt the weight of the air in here. Fresh and cold and completely unearned. While you count the holes in the ceiling tiles, thinking about the day we stole that bike.
Too many miles between these hands. The distance is a wall of ice.
I can't reach through the wire.
Waiting for the ink to dry on your palm. Just a simple grip of a shoulder. A word away from the green uniform.
You said the yard smells like wet gravel. Men pacing circles until their boots wear thin. Everything is forest green or slate gray. Even the sky looks like it's due in time. I walk past the old park today. The swings are rusted and the grass is brown. I felt a sudden spike of sharp guilt just for breathing without a permit. For buying a pack of cigarettes at midnight and watching a match burn down to my thumb. While you wait for the whistle to blow, marking another day off the calendar scrap.
Too many miles between these hands. The distance is a wall of ice.
I can't reach through the wire.
Waiting for the ink to dry on your palm. Just a simple grip of a shoulder. A word away from the green uniform.
My mother asks about you every Sunday. I lie and say you sound hopeful on paper, But I see the way the sentences trail off like a car running out of gas on the hill. Time doesn't move the same way up there. It's a thick sludge you have to shovel daily. I'm keeping your records in a cardboard box, safe from the dust and the leaking pipes. Right back when the ink becomes available, tell me what the wind sounds like on the wall. I'm still here holding the other end of the rope that keeps us from sinking. I'm still here, yeah. Stay low, brother. On my plate, long way from the floor. Pad tech ticking, but the time is heavy. Stains on the leather, keep the water steady. Drip like an IV, I'm leaking slowly. Drip like an IV, I'm leaking slowly. Ice on my spirit, yeah, I'm feeling lonely. By in the silence, I can't hear the ceiling. Codeine and Prater just to numb the feeling. Blood on the money, yeah, the sink is ready. Blood on the money, yeah, the sink is ready. Heavy the crown, yeah, the boy is sweaty. Left the mud, but the trauma rampant. 100 racks tucked in a plastic bandage. 100 racks tucked in a plastic bandage. Body aching, but the fit is lavish. Ghost in the corner, yeah, he looking at me. Used to be brothers, now he acting catty. Used to be brothers, now he acting catty. Metal on the table, keep the safety off. Every time I breathe, yeah, I hear a cough. Mixing the potion, let the emotion spill. Spade the ocean just to keep it still. Looking at the door, keep it still. Looking at the door, waiting for the raid. All in full ace to raid. All this success, but I feel betrayed. Betrayed. Pad tech ticking, but the time is heavy. Pad tech ticking, but the time is heavy. Stains on the leather, keep the water steady. Stains on the leather, keep the water steady. Drip like an IV, I'm leaking slowly. Ice on my spirit, yeah, I'm feeling lonely. Ice on my spirit, yeah, I'm feeling lonely. By in the silence, I can't hear the ceiling. Codeine and Prater just to numb the feeling. Blood on the money, yeah, the sink is ready. Blood on the money, yeah, the sink is ready. Heavy the crown, yeah, the boy is sweaty. Scars on my back under the Gucci linen. Scars on my back under the Gucci linen. Losing my soul while I'm out here winning. Tighten the circle, no new faces around. Buried the secrets deep under the ground. Weight of the world on a gold chain. Weight of the world on a gold chain. Running from ghosts, yeah, I'm in the fast lane. Legal paranoia, watching for the light. Doing wrong, judging for the light. Doing wrong just to make it right. Make it right, yeah. Just keep it leaking. It's all cold. Patek still ticking, but the heart stopped. Slap! Check 1, 2. The booty is freezing tonight. Now hit a run. Engine island, 400 horses under the hood. Black Lexus G is zunting like I knew I would. Asphalt screaming, rubber burning a Kosciuszko. Looking for that rat, nowhere left for him to go. Now hit a hot. High-speed pursuit, Queens bound in the dead air. Checking the side view, catching that coward stare. Stealing glass, moving through the urban winter. Watch the loyalty of a snitch start to splinter. Break them down. Midnight on the beat, no mercy shown. Blood on the chrome, the king on his throne. Watch your side. Watch your side. Watch your side. Final confrontation, let the steel decide. Tail lights blurring, weaving through the center lane. Cold wind whistling, washing out the mental strain. Betrayal tastes bitter, worse than any prison cell. Tonight I am the judge, leading him to hell. Straight down. Chrome rim spinning, reflect every passing lamp. He is sweating through leather, feeling the damp. Shift into fourth, feel the torque pull me through. No protection for the snake who withdrew. It's finished. Midnight on the beat, no mercy shown. Blood on the chrome, the king on his throne. Watch your side. Watch your side. Watch your side. Final confrontation, let the steel decide. Coming up fast, bumper kissing his rear frame. He is panicking now, losing his own game. Sideswiping the passenger, metal on metal sparks. The expressway is empty except for the sharks. Pulled to the shoulder, eyes wide and hollow. Bitter pills of truth are the hardest to swallow. The cold breath of night hits a shivering skin. I do not need words to punish the sin. Midnight on the beat, no mercy shown. Blood on the chrome, the king on his throne. Watch your side. Final confrontation, let the steel decide. The chronology, midnight, it is over. Atmospheric vinyl crackle. A distant subway screech echoes dusty railroad's chords swell slowly. Mist drifts on the wet bricks. Iron tracks sink into the black. I watch the dust, trust the path. No one left to call back. Wind in the tunnel. Empire was a glass palace. Ghost gone, the light is callous. Weight of the world in my pocket. Soul is a locket with no key. Let the water take it. Law is waiting at the top, but the platform is where I stop. Drift where the gray tide flows. Final ride, nobody knows. End is just a breath. 96, the kingdom is a memory now. I'm not running, I'm just waiting to see where the tracks end. Nowhere sounds good to me. Far away, far away. Just a breath, just a touch.